In this session, we're going to look at setting up the dashboard layouts. So in this particular instance, we obviously, when we log in, we default to the dashboard, and we're going to have a look at how we can set this up. So to go into the Setup tab first, if you scroll right down toward the bottom, you'll see the dashboard layouts. Here we have two different layouts that are set up, and so we're going to set up a third just to show how that can look. So to do that, we click on Add Layout. I'm going to do this one for service surveys, so I'm just going to call this one Services. I'd like this to be available to view, so I will check that box. This is a really important step. If you don't do that, then you won't be able to view the dashboard layout in your dashboard tab. So make sure that you do select Available to View when you're ready for other users at your site to be able to see the dashboard. So I'm going to skip all of these indicators and not check any of them because they are the family survey indicators. I'll come down here to the service survey indicators. I'm going to check each of these boxes so that we now have all of those particular surveys will be shown on this particular layout for the dashboard. I'm going to click on Create. Services has been created as a layout, so I click on OK. So when we go down here, you can see that this first layout has all questions. The second one has only the family survey indicators, and the third one is all the service survey indicators. And you can see where it has the all questions that it tells you how many of each of the indicators is shown on that particular dashboard layout. So we'll go up to the layout, to the dashboard tab for now, just to have a quick look at this. And you can see here we've got the families one selected. If we go to the drop-down menu, I want to just look at the services one that we've just created. And you can see there's a whole lot of standard charts that have been that are on display now that have been generated. These standard charts are based on the question type. So there's, for instance, where there's a count question, then you look at the sum. That's the default answer type, or chart type rather, that is shown. And where it goes from strongly disagree through to strongly agree, you also have these particular chart types shown. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at how to edit these layouts. So if we go back to the Setup tab, first of all, just to show that you can go back into the setup at any time and you can remove questions if required. So you may have no meaningful information in a particular question type, or it may be that you don't want to focus on that particular question as part of the partnership's efforts. So you may actually deselect some of the questions. So you can certainly add and select those questions in at any time. You can create one to use as default. So we might want to use the all questions dashboard layout as the default layout. So I'm going to update that. It will tell me that it's been updated. And so that's now the default you can see here. So when we go into the dashboard, when you first come in, it will automatically default to this all questions dashboard layout. So to go back into the Setup tab, I'm going to create a separate video for the design of the dashboard layouts because they're quite complicated, but this is where you add in your design by clicking on the Design tab here, and this will allow us to configure. So I will create a separate video for that, but that is how you actually add in your layouts.